Hello everyone. It's good to have you guys back. In today's class, I want to show us how to make a fitted blouse. It's going to be a very detailed video, so just follow it step by step, then you understand it. This is my under bust, and this is the bust point. So we already know how to do this. Get your under bust, get the bust point. So whatever you have from your under bust to your bust point, you mark it on your upper bust line. So this is the full length. The full length is 24. Under bust point, then upper bust, then the full length. So I'm cutting both the front and the back together. So this is your bust point. You measure your bust span, that is nipple to nipple divided by 2. Whatever you have there, you remove half and mark on the under bust and the down part. Then you connect them together like this. Then your shoulder divided by 2 plus half inch. Then under shoulder part, you're going to measure 4 inches down, or 3.5. Then you connect like this. It's going to be a princess cut. So if you like, you get your half length. You can mark your half length if you want. So you measure 1.5 here, 1.5 here, then 1.5 here. So you're going to curve like this. You're going to curve to get your bust area. This is the back side, having 2 inches for zip allowance. Just like I said, to make it easy, I'm cutting both the front and the back together. I'm cutting both the front and the back together. So this is just after cutting out. You're going to place on each other like this. Then you take your body measurement. So the bust is 33 divided by 4 plus 2 inches. The under bust is 27 divided by 4 plus 2 inches. Then the hip is 36, the same way, divided by 4 plus 2 inches. I'm making for a smaller person, so the measurement is not that big. So from here, your armhole 7 inches, then you're just going to connect. We've got I've done so many videos on princess cut like this, so just like a brush up. For most of the videos I've made on princess cut, I always half a whatever, but this is a full blouse, full fitted blouse. So this is the back. You're going to make it higher than the front. So that is this side part. You make it higher than the front. So just fold like this. Then you cut out this one on the back, because definitely the back is not going to have breast cut. So this is the front, Then this is the back. So you're going to place on the main fabric, then you cut out. So this is it. I've already cut it out on the main fabric. I've already cut out on the main fabric. So this is with the back. You're just going to place like this, then you join. You do the same thing on the other side. Do the same thing on the lining also. So this is the front. Just place like this, then you are going to join. You do the same thing on the main fabric. The same way you join the fabric, that's the same way you are going to join the lining. So this is the center front. Is going to have this lace on it. The center front is going to have this lace on it. So just fold into two like this. The center front is going to have lace. It's not going to be plain. So I'm just going to cut it out. So this is it. It's either you use your hemming gum or gum, or maybe whatever gum you want to use to tag it down. You can use your hemming gum or gum, but in this case I'm using gum. I'm using gum to tag it down so that it will be firm. You can as well use hemming gum. Can as well use hemming gum, or probably you just sew it round from the side. But I think using hemming gum or this wool gum will be better. So now all you need to do now is just take to machine. Take it to your machine. Place like this, then you are going to sew. Do the same thing on the other side. Join the back. Then you iron them very well. Coming back. So this is it. I've already joined them and I've already ironed them. This is the lining. So this is the back. So after when you join and iron, you just arrange them, fold the fronts into two, get the center, get the mid part, then you arrange them like this. You arrange them like this, then trim them together so they'll be equal. So this is the underbust 12.5. Now we are retrimming to make them equal. 12.5. This is the back. Get your shoulder measurement. Make sure it's up to your shoulder measurement plus half. Then here 7 inches again for the armhole. You trim. You trim the armhole to 7 inches. So this is the back also. You make them equal. Make them equal. So since it's a fitted blouse, leaving the down straight is not always nice, so you are going to curve. You're going to trim and curve. Yeah, make sure it curves like this, both with the back, like this. So just make sure the lining it will definitely be shorter than the main fabric, so that you'll be able to turn in. Be able to turn it from that down part. So the lining should be shorter than the fabric with about half or 1 inch. So just like this. So the lining is going to be the mean body measurement. That is the length measurement I mean. So now it's going to have a yoke. So depending on how deep you want it, this is about 6.5 inches. It's going to have a yoke. So according to this point. So this other side can be about 3.5 or 4. So you're going to cut to that part. So now we'll use this front to get the back neck. Let me return it back so that I can cut the back neck. Get the neck 3.5, then 3 inches. And definitely it's going to be a round neck like this, since it's having yoke. So I'm just using this to cut the back. Yeah, this is the back neck. Depending on how deep you want the back neck, you can go deeper more than this. You can go deeper. So now this is what I'm going to use in cutting out my yoke on this lace material. I'm using the same lace material. So all you need to do is just place like this, then you cut, leaving about 1/4 inch. You're going to use that 1/4 inch to sew, so that it's not reduce the measurement. The same thing here. Leave little allowance. You leave little allowance there. Going to leave little allowance there. So that is the yoke. So now this is it. This is it. You take it to your machine, place like this, then you are going to sew it. Turn it like this, then you are going to sew with 1/4 inch. Then this neck you are going to pipe with cutting bias. You pipe it inside. You're going to turn it inside with cutting bias. So this is the lining. You turn the neckline. You sew this side, the down part. Take to your machine. Do the same thing on the back. Turn the neck. Then you're going to sew this back. Then you sew it down too. You're going to turn it down too. Then you iron them very well. I will do just that and come back. So this is it. I've already turned the neckline, then the down part. Look at the neckline too. I've already turned with bias. So you're going to iron it very well. You're going to iron it very, very well, so that it will be neat and firm. So now just fold into 2 and get your normal body measurement. Normal body measurement. So the bust is 33. So you're going to just mark, divided by 4. The under bust is 27. Divided by 4, whatever you have there, you're going to just mark. The same thing you're going to do on the hip line, 36. 36. Then you're going to just mark. So open it up and connect the lines. You open it up and connect the lines. So after connecting them together, you take to your machine, then you're going to join them. You can see that even after the trimmings we still have enough allowance. So you're going to place the front on one side of the back. Then you're going to join them. You are going to join them. together. So you are doing the same thing on the other side. You still trim all this excess here, so that then you notch this waist part so that you'll be able to iron very well. So you do the same thing on this other side. You do the same thing on this other side. Yeah, I'm going to trim out a little so that I'll be able to iron it, because if the allowance is small, you won't be able to, if you iron it, it won't be able to relax very well. So this is the shoulder part. So instead of just joining it straight like this, instead of just doing a straight joining together, so just put the lace like this, put it at the middle, put it at the middle of that the lining and the fabric of the back, so that the joining on the shoulder part will be neat, instead of just doing a normal straight joining. You can still just do your normal straight joining and weave, but I think this is more neater. To be more neater if you do it this way. To be more neater if you do it this way. So you are going to do the same thing on this other side too. The lace will be in between this lining and the fabric. So after doing that, now fold into 2, then take your final measurement. But this time around is going to be divided by 2, not divided by 4 anymore. It's going to be divided by 2, not divided by 4 anymore. Do the same thing on the bust side, the under bust, the waist, and the hip. So now after when you might have joined like this, just take it to one iron. So now cutting the sleeve. The sleeve is going to be a flay. So you are going to cut in the form of flay. It's going to be in flay form. So just fold your fabric into 2, but it's not going to be full flay, it's going to be half flay. So just one folding like this. Then I don't think it has any standard measurement, because it's going to be a pleated puff sleeve. So just as a guideline, let me just use 10 inches here. I measure 10 inches round like this. So since I'm making for a smaller person, the armhole is not going to accommodate much pleating like that. So but it can be, what I'm trying to say is that it can be wilder, it can be longer, it can be as much as puffy as you want it. So the length is 8 inches. I'm using 8 inches for the length. The length can be longer, it can be 9, it can be 10. So depending on how full you want it. But definitely it's just the idea. You're going to go with paper stay. Then you use lining and crinoline to hem the tip. So this is how you are going to pleat it. That's why I said it can be as wide as you want it. It's also going to have lace on it. So this is it. I've already gone with paper stay, then I've attached the lace on it. So this is the lining. This is the lining. You can use whatever lining. You can use a doll face, you can use satin or whatever. So put your crinoline on it. Then you are going to sew all through. Put your crinoline on it, then you are going to sew all through. If you like, you can put hemming gum just to make it firm. But if you want to put hemming gum, then you can still stitch on it. That is after turning, you just open like this. Then you are going to top stitch. So you top stitch.
So when you top stitch and iron, it's going to relax very well instead of putting hemming gum. But in a situation where you don't want your threading to show aside, like when you top stitching like this, so you can just decide to put your hemming gum, then you iron. There's no problem with that. So now this is what it looks like. So all you need to do now is just consider that even without ironing, the thing has relaxed. So just tack down. You're going to just tack down. So when you tack it down like this, regardless, you're still going to take it to the table and iron it so that it will relax very well. So after that, you're going to do kissing pleating. Since the armhole is not going to accommodate more because the armhole is small, so you can decide to pleat like this before fixing on the armhole. You do your normal kissing pleating, but make sure it's up to your armhole circumference measurement. Make sure the pleating is up to your armhole circumference measurement. So you are going to just pleat like this. I think it will be easier when you do it this way. So just pleat it together first, then you join and fix on the armhole. Instead of pleating it directly on the armhole, that might not really be easy. But when you do it this way, I think it will be much more easier since the armhole is not that wide. So we just do it this way, then you attach it, then our beautiful blouse is ready. So as simple as that. Might be looking like this because it's not been fixed yet. By the time you fix it on the armhole, then the beauty of the sleeve will now come out. Then the beautiful blouse. Just make sure it's okay with the armhole. Thank you very much, guys, for watching.